What are the origins of Halloween traditions? You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. Halloween is an incredibly popular holiday in the United States. Each year, an estimated 85 to 90% of children don costumes for some sort of Halloween celebration. Like Christmas, the modern Halloween is a mix of secular and religious elements, many of which predate Christianity. Earlier, we explored the truth about some Halloween-related urban legends. But what about Halloween traditions? Where do they come from? Here's where it gets crazy. Modern Halloween practices like pumpkin carving and bobbing for apples are the remnants of much older, much less whimsical traditions. Consider the jack-o'-lantern. One predecessor of the jack-o'-lantern comes from the ancient Celtic practice of bringing home an ember from the annual Samhain celebration. They carried these embers in hollowed-out turnips, creating lanterns. This practice evolved over time. By the 18th century, people in Ireland carved these turnips in memory of the dead and a folk hero named Stingy Jack. When Irish families came to the States, they replaced turnips with the more plentiful pumpkins. Nowadays, what began as a sacred rite for venerating the dead has become more of an arts and crafts amusement. So what about bobbing for apples? This game is a vestigial divination ritual. In Celtic traditions, the apple was associated with female gods of love. Young, unmarried people would try to bite into an apple floating or hanging from a string, similar to a bouquet toss at a wedding. The idea was that the first person to bite into the apple would be the next in the group to get married. So, what began as a solemn ritual for honoring the dead and protecting innocents from evil spirits gradually became little more than a fun way to celebrate a modern holiday and sell pumpkins. And what appears to be nothing more than an old-timey game is actually the descendant of an ancient attempt to peer into the future. This sort of change over time is not unusual. It's common for cultural practices to merge as groups of humans come into contact or migrate across the globe. And through the phenomenon known as religious syncretism, even belief systems can merge, with rituals, characters, and ideologies transforming with the times. Historically, this practice has been a useful tool for religious groups seeking to establish their dominance over another culture, burying the origin of a holy day in their own ideology, turning the story of one culture's celebrations into something the dominant culture doesn't want you to know. So what happened to the original Halloween? Find out in our next episode.